Imparfait versus passé composé, présenté par C'est la vie. Let's take a look at the Passé Composé. We've already been over the Passé Composé, but let's go ahead and look at how it's used and how it's set up. The Passé Composé, of course, is a past tense. It's made of two parts. That's why it's called composé. Now, the Passé Composé is typically for a one-time event or limited to that event just a few times. Another is that the Passé Composé is used for events that are completed. And finally, because it's talking about events that are completed, you can use the Passé Composé to tell a narrative, to recount what has happened in the past. Here are some examples of the Passé Composé. Nous sommes allés chez ma copine. Nous avons joué aux cartes. Elle a gagné. J'ai perdu. Notice that in each of these sentences, we have the passé composé. One of them goes with être in the passé composé. That's the first one. And that's why you get that change on the end of aller, the past participle. The rest all go with avoir. Now, looking at this, I see that carte, who plays cards anymore? So maybe we're going to have to change that to jeux vidéo. Let's see. Put those same sentences into a paragraph, and you get something like a little story. Listen to this, and then read it on your own. Hier, après les cours, nous sommes allés chez ma copine, où nous avons joué aux jeux vidéo. Elle a gagné. Moi, malheureusement, j'ai tout perdu. Yesterday, after classes, we went to my girlfriend's house, where we played video games. She won. Me, unfortunately, I lost everything. Elle a gagné. Mais moi, j'ai tout perdu. Regardez, elle a gagné 1 million de points. Et moi, j'ai moins 10. Je suis un très mauvais perdant. I'm a sore loser. Un mauvais perdant. Now let's contrast the passé composé with the imparfait. You see, the imparfait also is a past tense. But the imparfait is used for different things. It's not like the passé composé where it's used for one-time completed events. The imparfait has a more descriptive quality. It can tell you what was going on or how things were. It's also used in repetitive situations, and they may have been ongoing in the past. Let's take a look at some examples. Il faisait beau ce jour-là. The weather was beautiful that day. Le soleil brillait. The sun was shining. Il y avait un bel arbre dans le parc. There was a beautiful tree in the park. Les oiseaux chantaient gaiement. The birds sang joyously. Now, if you think about this, and you think about theater, this is sort of like the backdrop in the play. the backdrop's not doing anything. It's just there. It kind of tells you what the setting is. So take a look. Regardez, le soleil brillait. Les nuages flottaient dans le ciel. The clouds were floating in the sky. Il y avait un bel arbre au milieu du parc. There was a beautiful tree in the midst of the park. So you see, it's like a theater stage, but there's no real event going on. There's no action happening. This is the backdrop behind the play. It's not moving. And that's a bit how the Imparfait works descriptively at times. The Imparfait, as I mentioned earlier, is also used for repetitive things in the past. Let's take a look at some of these situations. Chaque année, nous visitions la capitale pour la fête nationale. Every year, we used to visit the capital for the national celebration. Ma sœur rentrait tous les étés de l'université. My sister used to come home every summer from university. Le lundi, la classe pratiquait la rédaction. On Mondays, the class would practice writing or composition. Quand vous étiez petit, vous écoutiez des berceuses au lit. When you guys were little, you used to listen to lullabies in bed. The Imparfait is also used for things that were going on when something else happened. For example, look at the first example there. Mon oncle préparait le déjeuner quand ma tante est arrivée. You see, before my aunt arrived, my uncle had started preparing lunch, and she arrived while he was doing that. Look at the second one. Les souris mangeaient au moment où le chat a sauté. The mice were eating at the moment the cat jumped. So the cat leapt on these mice that were in the midst of eating. Tu lisais quand je suis parti. You were reading when I left. So you had started reading before I left, and you probably continued reading after I left. This last one is a bit tragic. Nous lui donnions trop à manger jusqu'au jour où notre poisson est mort. We were giving it too much to eat until the day when our fish died. Les souris mangeaient tranquillement quand soudain le chat a sauté. The mice were calmly eating when suddenly the cat leapt. Meow! Look, you see the mice there in the corner eating something, perhaps corn. And this cat, phantom cat, leaps out of nowhere. But in this case, we're talking about it in the past. So we're not saying that there they are and the cat leaps, but rather there they were and the cat leapt out of nowhere. The Imparfait and the Passé Composé can also be distinguished in certain sentences when you want to say that there was a reason for why something else happened. The underlying reason. Let's take a look at the underlying reason and the result in the very first example. Il faisait froid et le vent soufflait fort Alors, j'ai mis un manteau et des gants avant de sortir. So, the reason why I put on this coat and the gloves before going out was because of that underlying reason that it was cold and the wind was blowing hard. Look at the second. Leurs camarades avaient très faim. Donc, ils ont commandé une pizza. In the second, the reason why they ordered a pizza was because they were hungry. And finally, look at the third, where we start with the passé composé and then give the underlying reason afterward. Je n'ai rien dit parce que j'étais trop timide. The reason why I didn't say anything is because I was too shy. Here we are back to our theater scene. Il faisait beau ce jour-là. Il y avait du soleil et les nuages flottaient dans le ciel. It's a nice, beautiful scene in a park. You have a sun shining down and everything is going well. Et une sorcière a offert une pomme à une princesse. Elle l'a prise, l'a mordue et elle est tombée par terre, morte. Wait a minute. It says, a witch offered an apple to a princess. She took it, bit it, and she fell on the ground, dead. So I guess not all stories have a happy ending. La fin. C'est la vie 2020.